Are you always coming up with ideas? Do you marvel at successful business owners? Do you hate being told what to do? Ever take things apart just to see how they work? Are you a dreamer? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, this podcast is for you. Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Entrepreneur Enclave, Life's Coming Attraction. Everybody knows I'm into house music, or if you didn't know, you know I'm really into house music. And what I've done this time is I'm trying to get the backstory to famous DJs that I really enjoy. And so on this platform this evening, I got my dear friend, DJ Paul Scott. Talk to me, brother. How are you, man?
Man, I'm living the life, man. Enjoying it.
Excellent. So when we talk about you being a house music DJ, how long have you been in this space, man?
Wow, man. Well, last December, I just turned the big 6-0.
Okay. Happy
60
birthday.
years old.
Yes.
Thank you, man. That was last December.
Yes.
So if I rewind my clock back as far as DJing, I basically started when I was just fresh in the high school. So that would be back around 1978.
Okay.
So I had a couple of neighborhood friends, and we would kind of like push a couple of component sets together.
Yes.
And we would somehow get those connected to a guitar amp to play out of some, shabby speakers we had.
Yeah.
And we really couldn't blend because the turntables didn't have pitch controls on them. So we just, try to match them up as best we can. And
yes.
One record in, one record out, one record in, and that was it. So I would say 1978.
Okay.
Really early before I even got to play on the professional system. Me and a couple of neighborhood friends was trying to make something happen a little bit.
Now, Paul, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Newark.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born in Newark, 1963. Came up, went to the Martin Luther King Elementary School.
Yep.
Moved from there to 13th Avenue Community School. I lived on 7th Street between South Orange and 13th Avenue.
Yeah.
Then, and then it goes on and on from there for a lifetime.
Now,
yeah.
when you became a DJ and you started doing house music, did you ever DJ in Club America or Zanzibar or Club 88?
Well, no. My thing was, I'm not only as I'm known as a DJ, but I'm known as a record producer.
Got you.
My first really professional outlet that I DJed with was Gentlemen of Leisure Disco, G.O.L.D Productions.
Okay.
In Newark, it was Gentlemen of Leisure Disco, and it was Mark IV. They were the two of the top, DJ conglomerates back in that time. I started after I got done with my childhood friend with the non-professional equipment, I went on to join this after school kind of like conglomerate called the International Youth Organization over on Shore Street in Woodland, and that's where I met Herb Harris and Terrence Holmes of Gentlemen Leisure Productions, and they gave me more of official training on the turntables,
Gotcha.
So then we would do parties at the Terrence Ballroom,
yes,
the Cornet Ballroom, which is now something else up in Irvington, the YMCA downtown. So I got a chance to play before hundreds and hundreds of people, with them just starting out. And then from there, as a DJ, I moved up into production, and I made my first record while I was at King College, which is Off the Wall Paul Scott. And from there, I was working with a record label downtown Newark on Branford Place called Short Sound, and I did a record with them. But the guy from upstairs, Club Sensations, Kelly Willoughby, he noticed that I was, doing good work, so he kind of like snatched me up. So I went from downstairs on the ground level of Brentford Place upstairs in the Club Sensations,
Wow.
where I auditioned as a DJ.
Yes.
And he liked it. He liked me as a DJ. And the first thing I did with him was I got a residency on the hip hop side of the club.
Got you. Okay.
So I would play hip hop side of the club, and on the main floor was Mark Thompson. And every time Mark Thompson had to take off, I would cover for him. So I was like a residency for about a year or so as a hip hop DJ. But then I started to shadow that, working in the recording studio in the back, producing tracks, and also between that, every now and then going up front and playing. So that's when my real professional DJ career got going.
Wow.
Through clubs. So Club Sensations,
yes,
would be the main club where I played or had some type of residency and played on the club side on different nights throughout the year.
Got you. Now, who are some of the people that you've worked with that you've produced for?
Okay, well that's a pretty extensive list.
Okay.
Starting out, I work with Ace Beat. I work with Ace Beat Records. I don't know if you're familiar with Ace Beat, but with Ace Mungeon and Stephon Johnson, when I was in college, because I graduated King College, but while I was there, we produced a girl. I hooked up with a girl group, and the name of the group, they picked up the name from when I worked at Sure Sound. There was this guy that was managing. His name was Bob Everett. So they took his last name and changed it from Everett to Everest.
Gotcha.
And that was the first group I worked with, and that was Valerie Martin, Debbie Vaughn, Gail McDuffie, and Julie May.
Yes.
So that was one of the first things I did. But then I went on from there, to climb up the ranks. I did Kenny Bovian's first house smash, "You Are My Friend."
Yes.
So that was done at HB Records back in 90. I guess we could call it back in 91, 92, somewhere around there.
That's a club classic.
And then from from there, I got Joey Washington. I did a couple of things on him. Sandy B, Feel Like Singing. The late great Michael Wofford. We did a couple of songs with him.
Yeah, he just passed away, right?
Yeah, he just passed.
Yes.
Yep. And who else? It's a conglomerate of other people. Mark Sedane, I'm not sure you familiar with him. We did a couple of songs with him. And just on and on as far as different people. A lot of people from New York, B.J. Crosby and Lillias White. It's on and on. If you Google Paul Scott B.O.P,
yes, you
can pull up my discogs, and it's like countless of records we produced, and that's it's been released.
Well, as we were prepping for this interview, you told me to do that. I did do that, and then I posted on my page your headshot, and I also posted on my page the song that I really enjoyed that you produced was Jumonda, "Make My Body Rock." Yeah,
and I forgot to include that because when I was working at Sensations, I'm good friends with Derek Jenkins and Dwayne Spin Richardson and Cassio Ware.
Yes.
We really came up through the ranks in music production together. Joe Manda's first record was on Ace Beat. I think it was On Top of the Groove. And so through the years, we continued a working relationship. So I came up when I was working at Sensations. They brought the Back to Basics project down there.
Yes.
So so I recorded and engineered the very first version of "Make My Body Rock."
Yes.
Was done right there at Sensations.
Well, I love that song, man. And
then
I'm sorry. So no, I was saying that. So I posted that to my page because I wanted folks to know that on a Sunday, March the 10th here in Trenton, New Jersey at Cooper's River. You gonna be rocking it out for us, man. You're gonna be rocking it out. So
Yeah, man.
I wanted us to talk about that. But now let me slow down. Let me ask this question, right? Since you've been producing and since you've been DJing, are you pleased with the progress of house music? Where we are?
Yeah, well, that's a good question.
I told you.
Now
Man,
that's a good question.
I said we're gonna.
I just say in some ways in many ways I am.
Okay.
I can say that's a half and half.
Okay.
Because in many ways I'm pleased, but in some ways I'm not.
Okay.
Because, but you know, it's like any other. It's just like any other era. Your mother, your parents probably say, "Oh man, the music you listening to is garbage."
Yes.
Their parents probably say, "Oh wow, the music you listening to the devil's music."
Yes.
So each generation that come on thinks their music was better than the generation afterwards. But today, there's some really good things out there. I'm happy to see that the melody and some of the soulful house music is coming back. I'm happy to see that some of the arrangement is coming back, and somehow we went into the forest of Africa, and we have like the tribal thing coming out, and African beat, and some of that stuff I'm really good with. I guess I would just say that it's half and half. Some music to me lack musicality, but that's just probably me because I come from the time where you had horns, and strings and arrangement and vocals. A lot of DJs today get away from playing vocals.
Yes.
And to me, it's dumbing down the listening audience. The audience, in my day, in the Zanzibar Sensations Club 88, garage, in those days, you had, it was one playlist.
Yes.
It really was just one playlist, and you can go, you might get a couple of sparklings of different things, but the main selections, you was going to hear those songs during the night.
Yes.
Today, every DJ and every dancer have their own playlist.
Yes.
So it makes it a little more difficult to get them to get on one page, to get the whole room together on one vibe, one page, because all of those people that you're playing for on a dance floor, they all have a different playlist of what they want to hear.
Yes.
So that's the thing about today that makes me kind of like it's very oversaturated, and it is. Back in our day, the A&R decided which songs would be released on vinyl, and you had that one playlist. But today, it's way more different than it was back then. So that would be my only pet peeve about the music today.
Now, and so I would agree with you, but on a different side though. I like it now because I get to hear more individual play, right? And for me, even though we hear more individual play, I think as a house music community, we're still not together, because I would think after 40 years or 45 years of celebrating house music, you would think that collectively we would be much stronger than where we are.
Right.
And we aren't. And so what I'm doing.
But today you got more crabs in the barrel.
Yeah.
There's a more crabs in the barrel attitude today than it was back then.
Yes.
Back then there was more camaraderie.
Yes.
Today it's like, nah, I don't want him to, I don't want to see him climb out of the barrel, so let me reach up and pull him back down. So it's more, you find more of that today of people trying to tear each other down than build each other up. So that's what kind of like make it kind of sad for as far as today's DJs and jobs.
And then the other thing too is with us having DJs or promoters that have been in the industry 40, 45 years, I still don't see a lot of collective ownership, right? Because I'm into I teach entrepreneurship, So I'm into this whole thing about, at the end of the day, where's the brick and mortar that we own, right? Because we've got some DJs that have fantastic followings, but half the time we don't own the venues in which we play.
Right.
And I find that troubling. And so hopefully I'm trying to get DJs like you and a few others to get together to kind of create this movement that we can create our own venue.
Right.
You know, because that's the sad thing, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you guys are rocking out. Everybody all over the world knows your sound, but at the end of the day, we have no brick and mortar. We have nothing that we can say that it's our own. We have to go and rent from someone else, and someone else is typically doesn't look like us. And so, so at some point, I want us to stop that and be on that other movement of getting our own. But I want to ask.
Well,
go ahead. Yeah.
Before you go on, let me comment on that.
Yeah.
Hats off to Kelly Willoughby.
Okay.
Kelly Willoughby and Reginald Willoughby of Club Sensations.
Yes.
They owned everything down on Branford Place. In that space where Sensations was,
yes.
They walked out of the club and collected rent for from 80% of the stores that was on that block.
Yes.
So you're right. We definitely need to get back to ownership.
Yes.
And they had no problem with it. They flourished. They were the kings of Newark. And then you got the Al Murphys down at Zanzibar.
Yep.
You know, and I forget the gentleman's name. Of course, the person that I'm thinking of wasn't black, but they owned Zanzibar as well as Al Murphy was a manager. Yeah, but I think Mike, his name. It was Mike, I think his name was Mal.
No, it was either I want to say Mike Miles or Mike Bass.
Miles, yeah.
Yeah,
Miles. Yeah.
He owned the buildings for 88 Zanzibar and Club America.
There you go.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a black man, though.
No. Yeah, we know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wasn't a black man. Yeah. But Kelly Willoughby, though.
Yeah.
Kelly Willoughby was a black man that owned everything down there on that space of Branford Place.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So that is look. He's still living. I went up a couple of years ago.
Yes.
To see with him. He's an older man now, so he's not as agile as he used to be.
Yes.
He's not as agile, but he's still living. He's still making music. We still connect.
Yes.
And I have a undying love for him. And of course he probably sold off most of what he owned down there. But at that time, he was the king, man. Him and his brother Reginald Willoughby, God rest his soul. They showed you from the Black Power standpoint of how you should own your own and create. Be creative in your ownership.
Absolutely.
And did you've been in Club Sensation before, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I have. Yes.
And you've seen all the artwork on the wall as you walk through the club?
Absolutely. It's been a minute.
That was Reginald Willoughby, man.
Awesome.
That was Reginald Willoughby, man. Yeah.
Now let me ask this other question, right? Now, would I been wrong had I introduced you as the legendary DJ music producer Paul Scott? Would I have been wrong to say that?
No, I just sanction that, okay. But I know that I also feel that I still have some goals, and I still have some accomplishments that I'm reaching for.
Yeah.
So the legendary. The legend is not completed yet.
Got you.
The legend has still benchmarks and goals to reach.
You. No.
So you usually legendary is attached to someone who has reached the pinnacle of where they're going. So it's still no upward trajectory. So, but I'll take that because I've been in it for a long time, and I've been halfway. I'll say at least halfway around the world with my talent. So, legend, I'll take it. I'll take it.
And that's what I'm trying to get to is that the DJs such as yourself, you've been in the industry, and some of the industry has grown from your innovation. What I hate though is that now you got these young DJs at 18, 19, 20. They've got a good sound, but they're already allowing people to call themselves, and sometimes they call themselves legendary. I'm like, no, that's not right.
Yeah.
And you know, social media will kill you.
Yeah, man.
You know, so that's what. So what I'm saying to you, you've got 30, 40 years in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
As the kids say, you got the receipts to prove how successful you've been. But when I say legendary, we can look at your work. We can look at your body of work and say, you have put in the work to make this industry what it is. You've actually moved the industry in such a way where you've actually been innovative.
Yeah, the body of work is definitely legendary.
Yeah.
We can't we can't we cannot admit to that. The body of work is legendary.
Yeah.
You know, when you think of the Feel Like Singers, the You Are My Friend, the Joey Washington's Just Us, you know, the BJ Crosby, I'm Thinking of You.
Yes.
On and on and on, you know, and then I have the, you know, the track, the house track collection of Naeem's Revenge, and on and on. You know, it's just, you can definitely go into my catalog and feel the legendary status that's based on just how we followed the trend and the sounds, you know, from the 80s into the 90s and the 2000s. You can see how we had the curve on the trend. So and it's some really good music in there, and we've been, you know, we sold records from, you know, New York to Japan and Italy and all around the world. So the catalog definitely is definitely a legendary catalog. I would definitely support that.
Now question, like within your catalog, when you're DJing, how often do you go back to that?
Well, I have to shamefully say that I play one or two things, but not as much as I really want to.
Got you.
Because the opportunities is not presenting itself on that level at this time.
Got you.
So my thing is, you know, I'm glad that I hooked up with you, because I've been doing a lot of things although I'm from Northern Jersey.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've played, you know, did a string of, you know, dates in Northern New Jersey.
Yes.
So I'm trying to get back to you know, getting towards Northern New Jersey. I mean, even in my aspirations, I'm trying to get back to, you know, London and Italy, you know, Perugia.
Yes.
Trying to get back so I can, you know, have those opportunities to showcase my talent. And then that's when people when I can arise to the point that people will know me the way I was known back in the 90s.
Yes.
And in the 80s, 90s, then I can feel I can have more freedom to dig into some of my classic things and play them, because, you know, when you think of your Naeem Johnsons, your Jihad, your Beloveds, when you think of those DJs, your Omar Abdallahs, when you think of those DJs, they're at a different level of their pinnacle.
Yes.
So they have more control. They have more control over what they can decide to play. And you have to be able to get there in order to be able to have that control. That's pretty much the way I see it.
No, so I agree and I disagree, brother. When you come down on March the 10th, you've got all the control you need to rock out however you see fit, brother. We are coming to hear you, brother. So those brothers are good. They're great, but at the same time, though, you have the same authority as they do to come and as they say, make the party rock. Hey,
no, I'm coming with that mindset.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as a DJ, you got to read your crowd. You got to read your crowd.
Yes.
You got to know. You got to figure out the wavelength of the people you're playing for.
Absolutely.
And you got to kind of like play to that.
Yes.
There's a lot of selfish DJs that look, I'm gonna play. You know, I'm playing what I want to play. And if they rock out with me, they do. If they don't, they don't. Yeah. I'm not that DJ. Yeah. I'm the DJ that like to read my crowd, figure out where they at. If they're more classical, I'm gonna go in my classic bag. If they more progressive, okay, I'm going to my. So when I come to play, I don't really come with. I have a general range of where I want to be at.
Yes.
But what's most important is for me to read that crowd to see where they are.
Yes.
And then try to give them what's going to keep them. Because again, like I said, today, as opposed to back in the '80s, you got all these people with different playlists in their mind.
Yes.
So you gotta try to figure out the law of average of what all these people today were having these different playlists. How you gonna get them into the playlist that you're trying to put together to get them to move? So it's definitely a mental challenge. It's a mental game.
Yeah.
But as a DJ, you got to be willing to play it, or you'll just have an empty floor.
Yeah. No.
You have people standing around because you think you just want to play what just going to satisfy you. But DJing has never been about satisfying me.
Yes.
It's always been about satisfying the people that's on the floor.
Got you. Now I got a question for you, right? In the words of the Philadelphia 76ers basketball great Allen Iverson, practice. How often do you practice?
But I don't practice nowhere near what I did when I was going through high school, even in my college days. Yeah. Nowhere near it. Because once you get older and you get into your career, because I had to in 2000, late 1990s and 2000s, I have to find another path because the music piece just wasn't sustaining me financially.
Understood.
So I went through a couple of different job titles.
Yes.
In order to get to the point where I said, look, none of this is working, man. You got to get your degree, man. Go back to school and finish off this education. So before you call, I'm sitting up here and I'm grading Black History Report. So this grading papers is taking over the time of practicing. But I would say every now and then I get up, I was like I got a couple of mixes. If you check on YouTube, I got a couple of mixes that's up on Club Life. You ever heard of Club Life Radio?
I have not.
Well, you go put in Paul Scott Club Life.
Yes.
And you get. I think I did so far to this point. I did 4 mixes for them. I think out of the four mixes, one was a tribute to Blaze.
Okay.
Because I was a big Blaze fan, so I did one tribute to Blaze, and the other 3 mixes are just out of the new school music. So, now I'm at the point where I'm going to put my next offering for Club Life is going to be a tribute to Michael Wofford.
Okay. Yes.
So I'll go back and pull it, and it's not only going to be Michael Wofford, but it's going to be a tribute to all of our house, to not all, but to a couple of different house producers or artists that's passed away.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be a mixture. It's going to be mostly Michael Wofford, but with the other people who passed away sprinkled through it. So I definitely, during the year, I definitely do touch my turntables. And besides that, I have gigs that I played throughout the year. So, I'm not as active as I was, especially in high school, because high school was like, every day, let me get to my boy Keith Shepherd house, or let me get to our International Youth Organization. But I had the disco, we call it the disco book with the BPMs in it.
Yeah.
So those days are long gone. But it's like riding a bike, man. All you got to do is go download you some new music and figure, mix it up in between, the hits and then some of the classics and brush yourself off and get up and bang it out. So I'm good for that, man.
I know that's right.
I'm good for that, man. No doubt. I played for I played for the South Jersey House Music Festival last year.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
And I saw you, and so I'm saying that this brother's gonna be all right, because not only are you playing good music, but you're also dancing and getting the crowd hyped too. So they're getting hyped because you hyped.
Yeah, man. Hey, let me tell you something. After that showing, man, a brother was sore for like 4 days. But since then, though, I joined the gym.
Yeah, okay.
And I've been going to the gym. So now once I get my dance on behind the turntable, this is gonna be with a little trained muscle behind it, so I won't be sore once I'm done.
You say a brother was sore for 4 days.
Yeah, man, my legs was pissed.
Yeah,
it hurt to climb the stairs, bro. And I think at that point I was 59 at that point. So December coming was my 60th birthday. So so some people call me the dancing DJ. So I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right.
But you were there?
No, I saw it on video on
YouTube.
Facebook. Yeah, on Facebook.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Facebook.
So I know that when you come here, we're going to see the new improved dancing DJ.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I won't be hit after this one.
Yeah.
But I've been in the gym. I've been getting it in. I'm not really going for bulk. I'm just going to be, in shape.
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. We'll make it happen like that. But I'm very excited about the 10th.
Yeah.
All the people that's hearing this podcast, come on out, because to Kel, the young lady that hooked us up, I worked in the school system with her in Trenton, DJ Hill, and she says all the time, look, I'm not going out to trying to stay out 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Hit me in the afternoon to get me in and get me out.
Yes.
But me, I'm still trying to find a place to dance after hours, because that's just where I'm at. I like to dance and I like to be in the party. So there's not too many parties. So I want to say thank you to you, brother, for providing a place for us to be able to come get our dance on.
We as they say, we only just begun. And Alexia, her and I went to high school together, and here we are after about 40 years of friendship. Here we are coming full circle to talk about house music, because house music is bringing us back together. So we're always talking on phones. She says, Kev, you got to check this man up. And I'm like, Alexa, I don't know, but let me try. And so she put me in touch with you once we cleared this day, and I am so appreciative of her. And we've got another dear friend of hers, Sweet Butterfly. She's going to be also rocking with you, and then also my resident DJ Louis Lopez is going to be rocking with you guys as well. So we're going to have 3 DJs that evening, but you're going to take us home, So you're going to bring all the funk and virility that we need, brother.
Yeah, man, but that's what I'm coming to do, man.
Sir.
This is my passion.
Yes.
I was telling my partner Shank today, DJing is still my passion, man.
Yes.
I think it'll be something that I'll be doing before I leave this earth, man.
Yes.
So it's just something, when you find something, the old saying is, when you find something that you love to do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
So whenever I step behind the turntables, well, they're not turntables anymore. CDJs, whenever you step behind them, if you love what you're doing, it should bring life to you. It should bring life to your navel, man. It makes you happy, and that's what it does for me. And although we have these isms and schisms and people hating on each other, I'm definitely not a part of that.
Yeah.
I'm not a part of all this online terror, DJs tearing each other down. And, when they ask me about it, I'll be like, no, I haven't heard about that, because I'm not a part of that. So because when we came up, DJing was like fun, and especially when you playing before people, and you got your boys next to you, and y'all passing records, and then you'll play hours, and you get off, and you let them get on. It was all about cheering each other on, man.
Yes.
From West Side High School to I forget the name of the club in Italy. What is it? I forget the name of the club. It's a big club he played in Italy. I can't even call it. But from West Side High School to Sensations to playing abroad, man, it's always been a joy.
Yeah.
It's always been a joy. And even today, it's a joy. And I know 10 years, 10, 20 years from now, even if I just have to sit down behind
get in the wheelchair.
It's gonna be a joy, man. I'm never gonna let it go.
Yeah.
So hopefully, this won't be the last time that I, come and bless you.
Listen. We are just beginning to rock. We're just beginning to form this relationship, man. So you are part of the rotation, part of the family. But I want to ask this question right now. So for the younger crowd, meaning the young DJs who are looking to get into house music, what advice would you give to them?
Oh, I think the main thing I would say to the younger guys, love it with your heart.
Yes.
Don't love it because it's got a tag on it, house. Don't love it because, you like the way this other person, you love the way this other DJ play, or you love the way this dancer dance. But implant it in your heart.
Yes.
Because the enjoyment and the love of it is something that comes from my heart.
Yes.
And, even if you don't feel it in your heart right now,
yes,
just let it marinate inside. Let the music marinate inside you, man. And then once you find your hook, whether it be soulful house, whether it be drum and bass, whether it be African beat, whether it be techno, whatever it is, once you find your niche to where you want to express yourself, just let it into your heart, man. And if you do that, again, like I said, you'll never work a day in your life because you're doing something that you absolutely love. So just try to let it mature inside of you to become a passion. In other words, be passionate about it.
Now, the other thing I liked what you said was the music, and I'm paraphrasing now. The music is about coming together. Why do you think so many DJs now, house DJs, beat up each other? Why is that?
Well, I'm gonna take you right back.
Okay.
It's the crabs in the barrel.
Got you.
Because everybody's trying to get recognition for themselves.
Got you.
So today, I guess it's like, in order for me to get some light to shine on me, I got to take the light off of somebody else.
Yeah.
And for me, I have no part to that.
Got you.
I don't even socialize with those kind of people.
Awesome.
I don't chat with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do anything. Because I'm from the old school. We all cheered each other on. Yeah. So I'm looking for my brothers like DJ Punch. Yep. DJ Naeem. DJ Shank from back in the day, P&S Productions. All Stefan, DJ Stefan, all the DJs from back in my day. Yes. We cheer each other on. So that's our MO. That's our mode of operation. We cheer each other on. These DJs today, the only way for them to get a light on themselves is they got to tear each other down. Yes. So yes, I don't have any dealings with. Matter of fact, I had to shut some people off on social media. Like, no, let me just get rid of him. Let me set this person off because again, there you go. You want to try to speak negative towards me, but all I got is love for you. Yes. Nah, bro. And I had to, unfriend some people and shut them out. Yeah. Because I can't be a part of that vibe and energy. Yeah. That's never been me, and I can't be a part of that. So that's the difference between back then and now.
Got you.
In my circle. Yeah.
And house is about peace, love, and just dance, man. Right?
Man, when we came together back, even the dancing crowd. Yeah. Even the vibe within the dancing crowd. When you went to Zanzibar, when you went to Sensation, when you went to Club 88 or any club, pretty much back in that day, there was a spirit amongst the people. Yes. That they were on a journey together. It's like you was on a plane or a train together. Yes. And you're taking the lows and the highs. You're taking all that together, and they would respond in unison. Yes. Back then, it was more unified response back then. And the unified response is you get it in some pockets today, But back then, it was like being on the roller coaster when you go down the
Yeah,
oohs,
yeah,
and
yeah,
when you go up, you get the oh,
yeah,
the
yeah,
whole. That's what the crowds used to do back then.
yeah.
So it's just a little different. So my mode of operation is to always try to get it back to what it was. Especially that energy, that vibe.
Yes, yes.
Just try to get that vibe back to where it was, and I'm always going to fight for that.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Paul, this has been good, man. Any final thoughts? Because I am excited. I'm looking forward to having you here on Sunday, March the 10th. Any other thoughts you want to share, man? Any other shout outs, man?
Well, I just want to. My wife, I think honey, you in the kitchen? She was in the kitchen. Well, I just want to say thanks to my wife,
Yes,
man. She again riding that wave, man. She's
yes.
ridden this wave with me now for 20, 26, 27 years,
Wow,
and
congratulations, man.
it's been highs and lows, but she's
Yes,
been riding it with me.
yes.
So, honey, I love you, honey. She said she loves me. So I want to shout out, of course,
Yes,
my man DJ Shank.
yes,
He helped celebrate my 60th birthday with me. We still making music together.
yes,
We got a couple of gems that we released. We still got a label where you can go click on and buy. It's called bopmusic.net,
yes.
www.bopmusic.net. So you can go there, click on, and hear what you like, and click and buy.
And
And
what
we have a couple of things
and what
coming. Go
and
ahead, you got it.
what does BOP mean? BOP. What does that mean?
Bob, Brothers of Peace.
Brother of Peace. Wow.
Brothers with an S. Brothers of Peace.
Yeah, Brothers of Peace or P?
Peace.
Peace. I got you. Yep. Yep.
So we got that name because when we were getting together, it was the Persian Gulf War.
Yes.
And we knew that these people that was fighting was way down the line in the Bible day. They were actually brothers.
Got
And
you.
now brothers are fighting. So we just decided to change it up and call it Brothers of Peace. So it's Brothers of Peace Entertainment.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
man.
love it.
Yeah.
Now, curious question. When you come, do you bring Gatorade with you? I'm just messing with you. For those electrolytes in your leave.
Yeah, man. I just try to. I just drink some lemon water, maybe a couple of seltzers.
Gotcha.
That's it. Oh, tell me about the venue real quick. What is the venue like?
So, I'm not good with size, but I'm going to tell you it's about probably 12,000 square foot. It's a restaurant entertainment complex, right?
Right.
And so not only do they do events like house music that I produce there, but they do R&B. They've done some. They have a catering room where we're going to be in. And they do catering events. They've done galas. They've done fashion shows. It's an entertainment complex, right? So you name it, they've done it. They do a Sunday brunch. They've done weddings. They've had college night. They have band. So it's multicultural. So it's not just for African Americans, but they've had for other folk, other cultures across the board. They've had entertainment for them as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're trying to do, we're just trying to take this space once a month now on Sundays, just to introduce the area to consistent house music, right? And then hopefully, when we get into the warmer months, we would like to do this every Sunday to do house music.
Right. You any aspirations for outside?
Well,
Playing outside?
Well, that so once we move into May, we will be outside.
Right.
Yeah, we'll be out there. They've got a wonderful outdoor open air kind of entertainment theater, right? That we hope to use. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Trenton has always been synonymous with house music.
Well, not
so Trenton is
not necessarily. Yeah. What I find, because I'm born and raised in Trenton, right? Because we are like we're like in the middle, right? You can either enjoy that Philadelphia sound and do that hip hop and rap, or you can do that North Jersey energy of house music in New York. I choose to do house music. I was spending most of my time in North Jersey and New York, man.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
So that's kind of like what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
You would have you would have Trenton, the house heads in Trenton would show up. They would be in Zanzibar.
Yeah.
They would be in Sensation.
Yeah.
They would be in Club 88.
Yeah.
So Trenton. So that's the connection that I'm making. Trenton, there's definitely some house heads. I mean, bona fide house heads that's in Trenton. You know, when I went down to Florida to the Winter Music Conference,
yep,
I ran into. I know you got to be familiar with the Trenton boys, correct?
Oh yeah, well some of them, like we mean DJ Eddie Boom.
Yeah, Eddie Boom, and so those guys, Mike Lee, and you know, so those guys, and they also was working in production at one time too.
And and matter of fact, Eddie and I, we talk at least every other day, and then Mike and I probably talk once a week, man. Really?
Right. Mike is my man.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of things coming, so I plan on working with him a little bit. So So that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that house music was spread all around Trenton. What I meant was that you can find Trenton in these different locations where house music is. Whether or not I was in Florida, or whether or not I was at the Zans or Sensations, Trenton is always, it's always a house music audience somewhere in any of those venues.
And what we're trying to do here at Cooper's River, we're trying to do more consistently, because you're right. I can go anywhere in the house music space, and there's going to be somebody from Trenton. But what I'm trying to say to them is, what would it look like if we can support our own in our own space?
Exactly.
Right? So maybe not our own
Build
space,
it up.
Yeah. Because right now we are averaging about 200 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is good, right? But I know we can do better consistently.
Right.
But it takes time. And so I'm trying to give them consistency. I'm trying to give them a wonderful venue where they feel safe and they can really come and partake, right?
But your key word there was consistent.
Yes.
That's the key word.
Yes.
If they know that you're going to be there, they coming.
Yes. And so we're trying to give them the consistency, and we're trying to give them good quality entertainment, and we're just trying to. But more importantly, though, because everything goes together. The DJ, the sound system, right, and then the place, the venue. Do they feel comfortable in this space, right? And so I think for us being at Cooper's River, we've got all of that, man. We've got all of that, right? And I'm looking forward to, and I'm excited to share that space with you and have you just rock out, brother. Just rock out.
Yeah, man, I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
I can't get here fast enough for me.
I know that's right. I know that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as we conclude the legendary DJ producer Paul Scott, I thank you, beloved. I thank you. So, and we're looking to hearing from you on Sunday, March the 10th. And again, we want to do a special shout out and thank you to Alexia Tikel for putting us together. And we had mentioned Mike Lee, and we had mentioned Eddie Boom. And we also want to mention that you're going to be sharing the stage with DJ Sweet Butterfly. She's going to be coming out, and my resident DJ Luis Lopez.
Yes, man. I can't wait, brother. God bless you, man.
God bless you, man. Let's talk and text and stay connected, man. We'll talk in a minute.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right, bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
That concludes another episode of The Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. We hope you found this episode informative and enlightening. If you have any questions or comments about any of our episodes, please call 609-731-9311 or email kevin@minding-our-business.com. We look forward to joining us for our next one. Until next time.